Hello Aquarius, thank you very much for tuning into your May reading with me, Lorien. It's an absolute pleasure to bring you these readings every month and every week where I can manage it, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what's coming through for you. Now we're using the Tarot Mucha by Los Carabeo, and we're just going to see kind of what energies are coming through. This is a general reading for Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising. If you do have those rising or moon signs in any other aspect, I would recommend you look at the other aspects on my channel as well, as soon as they're uploaded, because that'll give you a more rounded view of what to expect in the month ahead. But if you do want a private reading with me, all about you, just click on the link below and I have a various list of readings that you may want to see, or just email me and see what we can do for you, as well as I have a Patreon. So if you would like to become a patron and support this channel from as little as $1 a month, you get access to all the other extra free readings that I do in the month. It's not available on YouTube, it's just for patrons. So just see if you're interested in doing that. Okay, so let's have a look and see what's coming through for Aquarius for May 2017. If you can hear dogs barking, it is just the next door neighbour's dogs. It seems like they like to bark whenever their owners go out, which is very annoying. But let's have a look and see. I'm getting a lot of water, a lot of streams, a lot of water, a lot of emotions maybe being very important to you this month. And they are saying to slow down on some things, maybe some aspects that you've been trying to do a little bit too much. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Just move them up. Oh my word. You have a great reading here. Wow. Okay. So, you have the Chariot, you have the Wheel, you have 8 of Swords, and you also have the Star. Wow, this is really, again, I'm getting a lot of positivity from this. I'm getting a lot of changes coming through, but also a decision to commit to yourself and commit to your own path. Don't compromise, they just said, don't compromise. I feel as though somebody may pressure you to compromise into something. Now, again, this is a general reading. This can apply to love, money, work, career, family, friends, whoever, because I'm not actually focusing on any one theme. But I do feel that the energies coming through for this month is a little bit of pressure from outside. Maybe somebody's, I think this is what this card is to do with as well. So for me, this seems to me very prominent, saying that, you know, you may be asked to do something that you really don't agree with, or that you feel like you have to compromise too much. For instance, oh, come and see me, you know, and all this kind of thing. Then you're having to save for something that you wanted to do, and rather than do that, they want you to spend the money to go and appease them. And they may want to feel, feel like they're pressuring you, or, you know, they're kind of saying that you're a bad friend if you don't do it. That's kind of what the thing is here. Like, oh, you never spend time with me anymore, or you never do this anymore. We thought you were a great worker before you did all this. Just anything like that. It just feels like somebody's pressuring you on the outside here. And they are saying it's not too long until you're actually able to free yourself and fly away. And interestingly enough, at least to me, it looks almost like she's hovering over the floor. So again, it feels like you are able to free yourself from this, but you may be a bit blindsided by it. When this happens, you may feel like, oh, crikey, you know, why do I have to keep bothering with this kind of pressure that's here? I really don't enjoy it. However, amongst everything, that's the only negative that I can see, because we start with the Chariot, and this is dedicating to one direction. This is feeling as though you have everything sorted, everything organized, and also being in charge of yourself, being kind of in a way of just kind of being true to you and true to your form and true to everything that you want to, embrace within you. It seems as though as well, this in particular is coming forward saying there may be some kind of relocation, there may be travel involved, you may want to take a trip somewhere, you may want to just kind of go out and figure out, if you do want to kind of refresh your mind or refresh how you're feeling and stuff like that, you may just kind of want to go, a new location, breathe, you know, because I think a lot of us do sometimes need to have that kind of time away from the places that we spend so much of our time, because it can sometimes feel constricting. And I think this is actually saying that you will be able to lead yourself away from this kind of direction or this kind of environment, because it's almost like you're leaving the city behind and kind of finding this new path here with the brook and like I said, the river and the water. So it may be that you do just need to connect with the elements a little bit this month to try and reconnect with the thing within you, with the spirit within you, to see which way you want to go next, because it's all a matter of time before change comes in. This brings about a lot of positive change. This brings about a lot of encouragement. I would say that it is just a case of like, just wait a little longer. You'll start to see the spoils of your sorrows. That's what they just said, the spoils of your sorrows. So maybe you've been feeling a little bit down in the dumps. Maybe you've been feeling a little bit put out by something or someone. I think that a situation is going to change. I do see that it's actually going to turn into something better that you can really work with now. I feel it's something that it's kind of like you've been waiting for a while for something to happen, and maybe you've got really impatient. But through the dedication of direction in this card comes the actual payoff in this one. Again, you may have to wait just a little bit longer because we are still coming out of Mercury retrograde in May, so about the 5th to the 9th, I would say, just to be still aware of any communication and technology. But it does feel like it's actually leading out of something where you may have felt a bit constrained. They're showing me vines around the legs, and maybe kind of you felt like you were just a stick in the mud and you couldn't really change much about your path or your situation. Now it's actually going to change. Now you can see this again, spoils of your sorrows. You're going to be able to kind of completely change what you feel. And it may take a little bit of soul searching, it may take a little bit of, admitting where you've gone wrong in the past, or which direction you may not have taken. But I don't feel it's saying give up. I feel it's saying just focus on one particular path, focus on that direction, and you should be discovering that all is not lost. That's what seems to be a big message here. All is not lost. Because we have, as well, the beautiful star. I'm just going to see what, again, there's water here in this card. And there's water here, she's got her feet in water, and there's water behind there, and there's water. So it just feels as though, again, you need to maybe connect with water to try and figure out what it is you really truly need to accomplish and achieve. But this kind of says that the spirit kind of have your back here. Spirit definitely have your back. And they're kind of coming down saying, we want to give you messages, we want to give you strength, we want to give you the creativity and inspiration and the knowledge in order to pursue what it is you want to do and pursue this kind of new brand, what is it called? The new trail, the new kind of trailblazing thing that seems to come through. And I think this is kind of saying that you have the knowledge already, but they just want to kind of shine a light on it. Again, it seems to be very confirmed within maybe this card. Yeah, because you've got birds in the background and there's a bird here. So I feel like messengers are going to come into your life. I feel like people are actually going to show you the direction if you can't see it yourself. There's also a little bit of a messages from the other world. They just said messages from the other world. So I think maybe you could start to see little messages from either people who have passed or your spirit guides, people like that, who are just going to try and nip in and help you. If you say, look, I'm lost, I don't know what I'm doing, please guide me, you will receive guidance. I can't stress that enough. If you say so to somebody, please help me, and you're honest in that, you don't just want it because you can't be bothered. You've done all this and you still can't be bothered. That's not how you do it. This is how you do it. Now, if you just completely given up or anything like that, they may not be able to come in, but it just feels as though you will be able to work with them. You still need to listen. I know a few Aquarius is just seem like, to me at this moment, it may not apply to you, but it just feels like You're kind of saying, I know everything, but it's not working. Why? It's because actually you don't know everything. You can't possibly know everything. And I think that's the attitude that's kind of pulling you back. Not for everybody. Not for everybody. But for those of you who are very much kind of saying, look, I'm missing something clearly, please can you tell me? This will help. But I also feel this is blessings, this is reward, this is things coming through to you saying that you are going to manage, you are going to see a new light, a new side of yourself, because this is always big changes. You've got so many big changes, so long as you're not blindsided by somebody who seems to know best, you know, those types of people. So let's have a look and see what comes through now. What does Aquarius need to know? Now, I always choose this with my eyes closed. And what do we have? Ooh, nice. So you have Hagalas. And this is the kind of the tests rune. It's almost like the destruction and the trial that you've gone through. This is saying that you may have actually built up something only to see it fall, to see how you cope with it. It's also saying that, you know, you may need to watch for some certain people, just to see if there's anything that you're kind of not sure about. Be aware of people who are kind of seeming to constantly test you. I feel that this month may be a test, but I feel that you're going to pass it because it's just about direction. It's about direction, patience, and being able to ask for help. Because I don't see anything directly bad here. I don't see anything saying, oh, Aquarius, hang on a minute, don't go there. I don't see anything here saying that. I just see this is testing your strength. It's kind of saying your resilience as well, not to bend to anybody else's will. And it also seems to be just saying your patience will out in the end. You will actually become stronger for what you're actually achieving here. So this is something that I think you're kind of going to earn, and you may actually see the reward by the end of May. But, you know, whatever you want, I do feel it's on its way to you. What is it you've actually wanted to achieve this month anyway, Aquarius? Is there something in particular that you've been kind of desperate to achieve? Is there something that you've been maybe wanting to figure out for yourself? Let me know in the comments below how this month goes for you. And again, if you do want a personal reading with me, just click on the link to all my readings I have available. Also, I do have Patreon, and you can get access to all my free readings, not free readings, extra readings, sorry, by actually supporting me from as little as $1 a month. But I do wish you the best of luck for April or May, sorry. I keep getting mixed up which month we're in because it just seems like it's still March for me. And I know it's not because we're like 10 days into April now, but it just still feels like it's 8 days. I'm just going to end this video now before my brain goes insane. But yes, let me know how things go for you. I wish you the absolute very best of luck. Let me know and I'll look forward to reading for you in June.